Hey, this is WTii and this is a 4v4 on Warcraft 3. I am Gagu and I am playing random. Another of my allies is playing random and there's an Orc and Undead. The enemy is Orc, 1 Night Elf and 2 random, I believe. Didn't quite catch that. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. But we'll find out. So, we can see I've got Undead, which I class as a easy mode race, to be honest. Because they've got super powerful heroes, super powerful units. They only really have 2 massively good units, but those 2 massively good units are just insanely good in 4v4. You know, so pretty much most Undead won't really build anything else. So, let's see what my allies are doing. We've got an Orc here. That's fine. Hopefully he goes TC and doesn't fast tech whilst he's on the outside, because fast teching is not going to do you much good. Fast teching is the equivalent of probably going straight to Banshees without building any units, if that makes sense for those StarCraft 2 people that are watching this. If you were a Terran and you just went straight to Banshees without making like even 1 Marine. So yeah, I hope he doesn't do that. Oh, he isn't. He's building a barracks, that's good. Good for me to know, because he's going to basically be my ally in this game. This map, as all maps, tend to determine how you play, for the most part. This is quite a strong 2v2 map. So us 2 will be against these 2, and orange and teal will be against those 2. Let's get myself some ghouls, send them down there, make sure that I'm building everything I need to build. Keep it all hotkeyed, keep it all good. Did I change the sound a little bit? You can see it's actually quite low, but it actually is pretty much loud enough when it comes to the video. Now we've got an Orc here who's a little bit slow, but at least he seems to be building units, so that's a bonus. Get myself my Toma relics, which means that I can get myself a Frost Tower next. The Toma relics allows me to get skeletons. Basically, it's like a rod of necromancy, I believe it's called. It allows you to raise skeletons from dead skeletons, ironically. Yeah, so when you kill creeps you raise the skeletons and you use them to tank because they're a summoned unit. It's very good for when you've got fiends, because fiends, you don't want them taking damage, you want them being nice and strong. Getting himself a tower, that's good. Teal's got a problem with his computer, which isn't good. Oh well, we'll see how this game goes, see what happens. I'll just try to keep myself as strong as possible and try to make as few mistakes as possible too. That way I'll give us all much more of a chance. So there's TCHH for this guy, probably going Shaman or Witch Doctor later. So at least he's going to have some anti-air. Wonder if this Orc's just going strong melee, he might be. There's my Rod of Necromancy, let's get 2 skeletons from a skeleton! Yeah, that doesn't really make sense itself, but you don't have to look into it too much. The fact that you get 2 skeletons out of 1 skeleton, that's a pretty powerful rod right there. Let's get myself... This is how I like to set up my bases on Undead. Doesn't always work that way due to how you are positioned in the map, but if you can get a base like this, then that's perfect. And I'll stop chopping that tree because that gives them more access. Okay, let's move down here. Get myself some more fiends. Try and creep as fast as possible. Hopefully creep solo, because I don't really want to share experience. When you're creeping, basically when you kill mobs, it powers up your hero and allows them to get much more higher in level, which allows them to get new spells, just stronger stats overall, and a lot more menacing. So really, if you're sharing that experience with other people, it gets halved and then halved again, etc. Okay, that's nothing to worry about for me. When people ping on the map, you're like, oh god, what's going on? Nah, it's fine. Got a good bit to creep here. Orange seems to be down below, so that allows me to creep roughly around his area as well. So that's all good for me. Keep that fiend back. I can put a coil on you, to be honest. That way I can regenerate my mana. Keep that ticking away. Probably get myself a tech now. That's just a Blade Master, which means that he's probably teching. We should really find out about that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 1 skeleton here, One skeleton there and there. Now, if you're watching where my mouse went, because I say there and there, but I can't really explain it too much, but I'm basically sending the skeleton to the right-hand side of the map, which is where the enemy will be found. Now I'm going to try and pull these mobs back. This allows you to exploit basically the AI. The AI is a lot better than it was. I already explained that before in the previous video. Oh, what? He wants me to come along. Okay. Looks like I'm going to attack instead of exploiting mobs and creeping. Hello! Yeah, I don't think I'm going to care about you, mate. Do what you want. But, yeah, you're not going to bother me too much. What's he doing there? 3v2. Ah, this is the reason why we do 2v2, because they've got more people there, which means they're going to have less people up here. And green is probably going to be pretty screwed, because as we can see, I'm looking at his base. He's probably his hero's run. Oh, there he is. He actually has got units. I want to try and keep my hero out of damage as much as possible. Right then. So if we can try and take out the burrows, we can do the most damage possible. This is where we want to get. Because that's really going to hurt him much more than killing anything else, to be honest. Go with TP. Just got to concentrate on what my allies are doing a little bit as well. It's pretty much what you have to do in Warcraft 3. You don't really do that in StarCraft 2. I suppose you do if you're doing team games in StarCraft 2. Oh, look, one of them's TP. Yeah, it looks like blue's going to be able to escape. So there's 2 on our side and 2 on their side. That's good. And blue didn't even lose that much, to be honest. I'm in a strong position here, so I'm going to go for this. Gonna put... Didn't actually want to put it on that unit, which is quite funny. I just keep moving units back. Unfortunately, he's got his second hero green, which is very nasty for us. Try and bring down his Blade Master. I've got loads of things. You see what I mean? You can really micro things so well and so easily. They're so strong, so strong. Oh yeah, you think you're going to kill my hero? I don't think they can kill my hero now. I'll just take my potion. Boom! And he just died as he's going into Windwalk because it takes a little bit of time to tick off. Oh, where's my coil? And there's the coil, which means GG for you. I put a fiend in his mineral line. I call it mineral line. I really want to put lightning shield there, but he's got units there, so I'm going to keep the fiend out of his way. So I don't want to grief my enemy, my ally rather. I don't want to grief my own fiends. You see what I mean? So as these peons are farming, that lightning shield is going to do damage to him. Looks like that's a dead. Yeah, I wasn't going to get the coil off in time there. Burrows are absolutely raping that. I'm pretty sure this game is over. This looks like we handled this very nicely. I mean, green is completely screwed. Yellow's lost pretty much everything helping him. So as long as my allies are okay, which it looks like they're both doing pretty well and they're pretty healthy, then there's no real reason why we should lose this. It's not like you have DTs or anything like that in this game. No invisible units as far as I remember. You can get invisible units, but they don't have the same effect as StarCraft 2 invisible units do. Trust me on that. It's sometimes StarCraft 2 invisible units, if you get hit by those and you're not prepared for them, you lose. As opposed to this, where I win! Victory! Yeah, let's do some top score. As you'd expect. What else? It usually just regards the heroes and the resources that you've collected as the higher percentage of your score. So if you've got tri-hero, 3 heroes and 17 mines on the map, which you wouldn't have, but if you've got several expansions, then that's going to be a large proportion of your score right there. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. This has been Witty. Please subscribe, rate and comment.